our Mage the Ascension Chronicle, Seattle at Dawn. I am your storyteller, Timothy Dahlia. Thank you for joining us. This being our fourth episode, we stream new episodes on the Dahlia World Garden Twitch channel every Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific Time. And you can watch our previous and future episodes at the Dahlia World Garden YouTube channel. Links can be found in the channel description. And if you like what we are doing here, like the video, subscribe to the channel, tell us what magical effect you would use in the real world in the comments. Let it be known, this game is set in White Wolf's World of Darkness. It can be a scary place. This is an adult game with adult themes and situations. There may be uncomfortable scenarios portrayed or discussed. Viewer discretion is advised. Now would be the time where I would normally kick it to our players and get to know them a little bit better, find out more about their characters, and have a bit of a laugh. Unfortunately, I can't do that this time because when we did this session, I forgot to hit the record button. Things like that happen, right? So, we're going to give you a bit of an intro here and then get back into the action where we did actually hit the record button. Not missing much, probably about 20 minutes of stuff. But we'll jump back into the action momentarily. Our mages have each followed their paths as individuals, pursuing their interests to Pike Place Market. It is unclear which threads of fate are being sewn, but what is clear is that something, or perhaps someone, has been watching and perhaps orchestrating their movements, which has brought them to a convention of mages to participate in a selection of the New Horizon Assembly, a replacement to the Traditions Council. Democracy has come to the traditions, but at what cost? Before being able to learn more about this bold new direction, our mages met an interesting candidate for the seat of forces, a red-haired man with a neatly trimmed beard named Malcolm. He appeared in control, but trapped to his position. He was curious about their goals and the happenings outside of his currently sheltered life. It wasn't long before the conversation led to Woodland Park. Invoking the powers of fate, Malcolm hurried our mages through a magical door that led them into Woodland Park. Stepping into the grass from the restroom facility, Jezebel, Inea, and Charlie hear gunshots as a gang is chasing someone down. After some failed attempts at attacking this gang by Jezzy and Inea, Charlie is able to ensnare 3 of the 4 with quick growing vines. At this point, I had the players decide what they were going to try and do. In this case, Inea decided that she was going to try and get herself into as good of a position to record these assholes. Jezebel decided that she would like to distract them by singing a magical spell that would divert their attention towards her. And Charlie decided that he was going to get himself ready for a fight. It's at this point that I realized that I had missed the record button, so we are going to slide into the game from here. Enjoy.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, we're back. I forgot to hit the record button. We'll fix that later. In the meantime, continue.
So Inea is thinking about trying to, as long as we can keep their attention on us, let their quarry get away. She'd like to take it down a notch. So now she's going to keep her voice kind of even, still intense, but level, and asking, who was it you were chasing? What are you out here? What are you doing out here with a gun? Who were you shooting at? We heard you firing. Just to see what kind of response she can maybe get from their distraction. But being specifically trying not to break that distraction. Like she doesn't want to like bring it up to so far that they get amped up again. So I'm going for wits and what on the
Technology.
GoPro? Technology.
Yep.
There it is. Took me a second to find it.
No worries.
Okay, and then this is with a no dice pool mod and a difficulty of, I'm sorry,
4.
4. Okay. I knew you said, but I had been doing too much talking and it disappeared on me. I got no successes. That's not okay.
Ugh, no. Oh. That's okay. You didn't get any... You didn't botch. And you didn't get any successes. But your GoPro is an awakened device. So it is partially aware. And it does its best to help.
Okay.
I'm going to allow for a single die roll. See if it will do this.
I'm going to kind of give it a light little bump with the heel of my hand. Come on, get going. You were so excited.
Ooh.
And the spirit.
Just barely.
The GoPro is like, well, yeah, of course. I'm sorry. I was a little excited, and I wanted to make sure that you were okay. And now that you're okay, we can do this. We can do this. We got it. We do it. That's like extreme.
Okay, shut up and do the thing.
Oh yeah, click, and you see the red light turn on.
Okay, so now I'm moving around and trying to get the faces, most particularly Mr. Firearm.
Yeah. And you ask your questions of them, and the woman's like, it's none of your business, bitch. We got this handled. We'll take care of our neighborhood. You stay out of it.
And what if this is my neighborhood?
She looks you up and down. It's like, as if. Okay. That now leads us to the older gentleman with the white hair. He is going to see if he can shake the charms of Jezebel. Dice modification. Okay. You see him staring at the gun. He's listening to the song, and he's smiling as if he's remembering something. And then, very quickly, he shakes, no, that's not right. And he goes and he pulls and points the gun at Jezebel.
Shit.
You, shut the fuck up. Click. He's going to pull the trigger. So here we go. You look at the gun, and it is huge. This is why it was not hard to miss. It is, the Desert Eagle.
Oh my god.
What the shit?
I have so much to say about that particular weapon choice. And none of it is appropriate.
None of it is appropriate, no. Okay, let's find out how this goes. The normal shot is 1 bullet. So he's going to roll his dexterity and firearms, and he just straight up misses. He is too concerned about all the things going on around him, but you hear the echo of the shot. For those keeping track, that's now 2.
Jeez.
And that's a
You
very, very loud echo.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
instinctively, Jezebel, you jolt down. You can almost feel the of the bullet as it goes by you.
Yikes. Definitely gotta get that one back.
Mm-hmm. So that takes
It's
care of
feisty.
the woman in the weeds. She pulls out a knife and she starts cutting at the vines. She's going to spend her time trying to get untangled. So that that's going to be a 4. So 4 dice. No. It's gonna be pretty difficult to get out of these. So it's basic difficulty is 6. She gets 1 success. So she manages to cut the vines from around her legs. It wasn't like it was holding her whole body. It was just holding her ankles there. She gets herself unimpeded, but now she's got the knife and she is starting to move towards Charlie. Then leads to the other gentleman in the weeds, and you see him kind of frustrated and pulling at the vines, and his mouth is kind of frothing up a bit. He seems really angry. Like this guy is off the charts, just pissed. But he still calms down for that one moment as he hears the song of Jezebel Spinner, and he has to make a willpower save before he can reclaim his anger. Sounds like a band, Reclaiming Anger.
Or like something you'd hear in therapy.
Okay. He too does shake off the effects. And he looks back, he's like, that bitch. And you see his hands kind of deform and large talons grow, and he swipes at the vines and tries to free himself.
Girl.
We are in trouble.
They're so angry. Like, my goodness. What happened to hello?
Adele is not here. However, in his frustration, he cannot break himself free. The vines still cover half his leg, and his claws, as fierce looking as they are, don't seem to give him much way in shredding the vines. A knife probably is better.
I mean, unless he wants to shred his own legs.
Yeah. Okay. Now, multiple things happen at once here with Charlie and the gentleman known as Bob. Bob has a very round face. He's got brown hair. Looks like he's in his late 20s.
Oh.
And he sees all of this, and he's going to try, and he is running towards you, Charlie. So what are you doing?
Okay.
You're both seeing this at the same time. You were kind of holding your actions for this type of thing. Oh,
Well,
and I also forgot. Bobby is also ensnared by this spell, so he should make a willpower save. Let me do
Yay.
that.
yeah, he was the main target.
He was the main
Yeah,
target.
I forgot
So
about it.
he's turned around and he's starting to turn towards you because his intent was to go after the biggest threat in his alpha male mind. Of course, the dude on the field is going to be the more threatening.
Oh, this is going to be funny.
Yeah.
And definitely a lot of fun.
So. All right. So he gets 2 successes on that. He stops for a moment, then reevaluates and still considers that Charlie's going to be his threat. He's like, stupid. You can't affect us with that sort of shit, bitch.
They're so
And
funny.
And he then runs up to you, Charlie, and he's going to try and spend his action to try and hit you. What are you doing in this moment? You have options. You can go full defense and just try to block. You can do some partial defense, or you can just like let him hit you and then do your action. You're both kind of moving at the same time here.
I think my intention would be to try to dodge.
Okay.
His attack at me, and then try to get him as he, basically as he goes past me.
Okay.
And if I can get that far, if I do dodge and attack, I'd like to do basically a harm touch, with using my life and prime.
Okay.
And
Okay. So are you all right, so you're trying to grab him like kind of almost like a grapple or a disarm or not even disarm, more of a
yeah, more or less as he goes. If I can dodge and go past, I want to kind of push at him and push that energy into my hands,
okay.
into him.
Okay. So that would be okay. I would see that would be kind of a parry, and that would then
That,
lead into a magical action. So
yes,
okay.
that totally makes sense.
Okay, so he is going to bare hand attack, try to hit you. So that's going to be the first roll. This was Bobby. He's got. So we're going to give him a punch. Punch. And a punch is going to be. Why is that not? Okay, there it is. All right, cool. No dice pool modification. Difficulty 6. He gets a total of 5 successes. So
Ooh.
for you, your next, because you are trying to do this parry, that is going to be, you would roll dexterity plus your martial arts. And difficulty is also going to be 6. And all your successes that you make will subtract from his successes.
Is that not working? I'm pushing the button, but I'm not getting anything here.
Is it hiding behind your window again?
Yeah, it's probably going to be, yeah. It's going to open up its own window, but behind the character sheet. Usually.
Aha, there it is.
Yeah, that's what it did to me last week before last, whenever it was.
And difficulty
is 6.
All right. And
ouch. So, yeah, this is a total botch. He comes up and he just hits you really hard. The punch attack is going to do all right, so damage. He's going to roll. Sees if he's connected, but he may not actually do any damage. Bobby. See, this is going to be, the number of dice I roll is going to be equal to strength, which is 2 plus 4. It's going to be 6. He gets 2 successes on this. So you take 2 points of bashing damage. However, you, because of your earlier spell that you've cast upon yourself, have some additional soaking ability. So you can not only, instead of soaking the regular 2 from your what's the word? From your stamina, you can actually soak your regular 4. You can soak 5, and you can soak up to lethal damage. So you got that button at the top that says soak. This is how much you can soak this damage. Two successes. So even though Bobby comes running around and he clocks you right in the jaw, you magically absorb the blow and then just turn back to him. And though you weren't able to parry his arm away, you are now in a position where you can cast your spell. If he'd done any damage, I was not going to allow the spell, but he did 0 damage to you.
That's that. Good thing I prepared myself.
Yeah. So what magical effect are you doing here?
A harmful push.
Harmful push. Are you just pushing him away with correspondence, or are you using life to cause him to lose, health?
Yes, I'm using life.
Okay, so you're draining life from him. Okay.
Yeah.
So that magical effect. Let me grab up casting here. This would be Vulgar, but we don't have sleeper witnesses here. And you're trying to cause him harm. So this only requires life 3 to do that. So all right, base difficulty would be 7. Are you looking to do any mitigation of that?
Yeah. Essence.
I'm sorry?
I was just looking at what I have already spent.
Yes, that's true. You may have. Looks like you don't have any available quintessence.
Yeah.
At rank 3 of Prime, you could possibly do something with that, like grab a quintessence from somewhere else on the fly, but you're not quite there yet.
Okay, well, let's at least spend a willpower so we get one success.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, so I'm going to say the same difficulty as 7, but you've got an automatic success because you're spending willpower. So roll your arate and see what happens. Okay, so looks like no successes. And he punches you and you can feel it in your face and you channel the angry spirit within you from the earth. You can feel the mycelial network responding in to lash out at this individual as they hurt one of their chosen children. And it gets through, and you kind of feel that bit of that magical spark as it ignites, and then fizzles. You can sense that it just didn't get enough juice through it. You do take 1 point of paradox, but because it didn't botch, you don't get any more.
Okay.
It's a good thing that you spent that willpower.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You got something. All right, so that handles that. At this time,
We
you've
both
got...
kind of fizzled on each other.
Yeah.
We both kind of fizzled on each other.
Exactly. Not the most impressive of physical displays put on by Bobby, but now we're going into a new round here. You've got older gentleman still in the weeds with a gun, who is actively firing. You have gentleman in his 30s who is got large clawed taloned hands, who is hacking away at the vines but hasn't been able to get free. You've got this 40-ish-year-old woman that gaunt and sickly looking, who is free and now making her way towards Jezebel. And Bobby, right in the face of Charlie, who tried to punch you, actually successfully punched you, but you're too strong. You can't be bothered with his weak ass. What are you planning to do this round? We'll start with Charlie.
I think I'm gonna punch Bobby.
You're gonna punch him back?
Yeah.
You're gonna get into a fisticuffs.
Yeah, he hit me. I attempted to attack him, but that didn't work. So let's just rely on the old fist.
Okay. Excellent. Nay, what are you trying? You've gotten
Okay.
some response. You've been you've been recording them.
Like basically everything that just went down,
Right.
I was able to get. Okay, at least in some form. The thing about it is that I have had my spirit side up. That's good for the entire day, and so I know approximately what all has actually been going on, sort of under the surface of things here.
Mm-hmm.
They is super bothered by the damn bird shadow things.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Moro is also super bothered by these things has like all of the hackles up that could possibly exist. So at this point, Nay Okay, so she is going to rip into the pocket where the popcorn is.
Mm-hmm.
And she is going to sprinkle it, basically in her general vicinity as an offering, with the intent of an offering, and ask Moro, please help me keep them safe.
Okay.
She's. How do I get rid of the birds?
Okay. You're going to enter into parlay with Mara.
I am going to appeal to Moro.
That should be interesting. Jezzy, what are your intentions? You've seen your music affect them, but the magical effect doesn't seem to be overcoming their hatred and fear.
Yes. I have a question.
Certainly.
So, are rotes things that we can use or just things we know how to do?
So rotes are spells that have been codified, things that you've already done before, things that you have a specific way of doing. And you can have an unlimited number of rotes that you can make for yourself. Um, it's just a kind of way of writing down a spell that you've already learned.
Okay.
So it's as opposed to fast casting where you're like coming up with things on the fly.
Okay. So, I'm going to try and affect their minds again. I'm trying to get them to leave Woodland Park just entirely.
Okay.
Um, because I was looking at the consuming thought one.
Mm-hmm.
And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, if I can do that, then they can just get the hell out of here and we can like recover because what the fuck is going on?
Okay. So yeah, were you thinking about using consuming thoughts?
Yeah, I'm gonna try that and try to get all of them out. Like just all of them.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna require quite a bit. It is
Yeah.
a more difficult effect.
hmm
But if successfully cast on one target, that'll consume their whole day. So that's 3 successes for one target. Additional successes can be spent on the other targets.
hmm
So if that's what you'd like to do, we can do that.
I'd like to give it a try, yeah.
Sounds good to me. All right, and that is also not a vote. That is a coincidental spell, so that is good. Okay.
Poor Charlie's sucking up the paradox because everything he does is really flashy, and
Well.
Jesse's over there like,
La 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 la. Listen to my voice.
I'm just singing along here,
Singing along. Singing along.
minding my own business.
Yeah, these are the things that happen. Okay. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative. This is a. I don't like. Oh, I do like the simplicity of D&D, where like you roll initiative and everybody has their own turns. But reality is, this is a fluid scenario, and the way the rule combat in this game works is that all the things are happening at once. So let's just keep it fluid. So I see that Charlie has 8. Jesse's got 9. They had a 12. Wow, there you go.
Yeah.
Eight. All right. The 30-ish-year-old man who's still in the weeds, the enlarged hands, is going to spend his turn trying to break out. So he's going to try and claw at the vines once again. He can't do much if he can't get to you. Okay, and with one sweep, he's able to cut the vines with 5 successes, more than enough to get out of there. But that does use up his actions. So he's out. Next, Inea, you center yourself with the popcorn. Somehow you feel that Morrow will enjoy the salty goodness.
It's corn. It's a traditional Native American offering.
There you go. And you turn off that portion of your sight that deals with the mundane and fully take in the spirit wilds around you. You're not stepping sideways, you're not entering, but you are calling to Morrow, and you are working with her. And this is going to require a couple different things, but the first, so you know that Morrow is there near you, but you are trying to actually talk to her. So that, there we go. Yeah, so that's gonna, first we'll have you roll for speaking to spirits. So that would be pretty easy. That's difficulty 5. Only is going to require 1 success because you're going to be talking, because you're basically giving yourself this ability to speak to the thing that you already know is there. So yeah, base difficulty 5, only needed 1 success.
And I'm rolling against what?
Arte shouldn't have anything
Oh, okay.
against.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right.
This is just centering and putting yourself into that space. Maybe I got this right. Maybe I got it wrong.
You said difficulty 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say for now.
Two successes.
Yeah, definitely enough. This is one you already. Okay. Just looking at the difficulty modifiers here. Okay. So you've already got kind of a created pact with Mara.
Mhm.
She is a part of your daily interactions. However, it's not a relationship where she just gives you things.
Mm-hmm.
You have to earn or convince, and she is going to push to see if you are ready for this.
Oh boy. Okay.
So you feel that her energy is near you, and you feel her anger, and you are now speaking to her. Time is kind of paused in this moment. What do you say?
How do I get rid of the birds? Please tell me how to get rid of the birds and keep these two people who came in with me safe.
The children of Big Owl. They sow fear. They prey upon the weak. They are unworthy of existence. You should eat them.
How?
You can harm them. I will help if you are worthy. Go ahead and roll willpower. Base difficulty 6.
Four successes.
Okay. Okay. You, in your conviction, you feel Morrow, you feel her anger intensify, and you feel that anger kind of swell up within you. You are not pleased, you're not happy about any of this. But did she no, not botch, just a failure. Okay. It's like, please tell me Morrow didn't botch. But you feel her tacit agreement, and you feel her power surge within you. And you feel the ability to touch and harm spirits flow through you. You know that, given your knowledge of spirit magic, you can do that. You can also, you know that you can scare these things away. You cause enough damage, you hurt them enough, they are cowardly. And Morrow's ways are violent and bloody and scary.
She's a wolf and she's pissed.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds about right. Okay.
And your senses begin bringing the material world back in, and you see these 4 individuals as they have started to move against you, and you are now, I would say, for the scene, you are going to get, because of your willpower roll with Morrow, her assistance with your magic will essentially equate to an additional die on your Arate rolls.
Okay.
Doesn't seem like a lot, but an extra Arate takes like years to learn.
I'm certainly not going to argue. Anything's better than what Nate's been doing thus far.
Indeed. Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
Okay, so I don't have any proximity. How close are any of them at this point?
None of them are close to you.
Okay.
You've kind of kept your distance. You've been able to film as you go. You know that attention is on Charlie, and the one guy's now basically freed himself from the vines, and the other 2 are focused on Jezebel.
Okay. Of the
Good.
two of them, Jezebel and Charlie, who is closer to me
Jezebel.
with their requisite thugs?
Actually,
okay.
No, Charlie's closer to you.
Okay, but he probably looks like he's ready to just throw hands with this guy.
Yes.
And Jezebel's facing Mr.
Big man with a gun.
Thank you. I needed to not say what I was coming up with.
I'm a big man and I've got me a gun.
Yeah. Mr. Something to prove.
Right.
Anyway, plus the dude with the talons. So I'm going to move as far toward Jezzy, like up behind the 2 guys that are attacking her.
Okay.
As I can get, because it sounds like I got to be close to do whatever it is that I got to do to pull these spirit birds off of them.
Okay. The woman that's in the weeds, you hear her. She starts screeching, and it fills your ears with this terrible noise. She's trying to affect your mental faculties. I had lost this page earlier. Spirit charms. Here we go.
Your as in all of our?
We'll figure that out.
All right.
Here we go. Nope, just one person. Trying to figure out who she's going to attack.
I would guess me.
Well, she earlier had made moves towards Jezebel.
And Nay also mouthed off to her, so.
Yeah, actually, you know what? She's doesn't like Nay one.
Like any of us.
So, just reading the rules of this ability. Hold on. What is your willpower score?
Nay's is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. Okay. All right. She's going to roll this with a difficulty of 7. That is your willpower. He misses. So you hear this screeching in your ears, Inea, and it distracts you, and you start thinking about, all the people that you have to help, and how it's overwhelming sometimes that this magic is in you, and everybody else is fighting against it. And there's so much that you need and want to do. It starts to overwhelm your thoughts for just a moment. And then you shake off the effect and you calm down, and the screeching, while you can still hear it, doesn't affect you anymore. It just you've shaken off the effect.
Okay.
That's a fun ability. I really wanted to see where that was going to go. Ted, on the other hand, Ted has, or not Ted, well, Ted, gentleman with the white beard. He is going to be a little bit more, let's say, mundane, and he's going to shoot again. Because when you've got a gun and you've got enemies in front of you, what else are you going to do? You're going to stand your ground. And he's going to continue firing at Jezebel, who has really irked him. I gotta be in the right screen or that's not going to type properly. This time, 2 successes, Jezebel. So, are you going to try to dodge? It has a very high difficulty because it is a gun.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do try to dodge, are you going to try to do any other actions after that?
Well, I have to try to dodge. Because otherwise I'm just going to eat bullet. And I just wanted to sell some strawberries, bro.
Oh, man.
This is a lot. So
Yes.
definitely going to try to dodge.
Okay. Are you going to try to do anything after that? Or are you just going to... Because you were going to try... You were gathering the energy to cast Consuming Thoughts.
Is it possible while I'm dodging, like after I dodge, is it possible for me to cast the spell then?
Yes.
Or would I have to wait?
No. We could do this in the same round. You would just have to split your dice pool. So in this case, you have a total of 3 dice, and you can choose which dice you roll for the dodge and which dice you roll for the magic for the spell.
What is the... Can I know what the difficulty of dodging is?
Yes, the difficulty for dodging is 6.
Okay. That's not as bad as I thought it was. I thought it was going to be like 8.
Actually, hold on. We're talking about trying to dodge bullets. So I apologize.
Right.
The difficulty for trying to dodge bullets is going to be 9.
Holy shit. It's so much worse than I thought it was. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I mean,
you're
fair
almost
point,
better
like,
off to just stand there and try to cast your spell
Um,
and hope.
that is an option, actually. I don't do... How do I know what my health is?
So your health chart is near the bottom on the right-hand side. It says health, it says bruised, hurt, injured, wounded. Next to your
It's
Arate.
to the right of your Arate and your willpower.
Yeah.
Oh,
Above
I
the
see.
up and to the right of your quintessence wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So I'm good right now, technically. However, this is
Bullets
like
will
a
make you
bullet.
not good.
Right,
Bullets will
like
make you not
very
good,
quickly.
yes.
I don't know. You know what? I think I would rather try to dodge and then just hold off on the spell, because this is too important for me to not have all of my dice.
Okay. So full on dodge. If you're going desperate defense, that's got a different... Yeah, that's going to be the same. That's going to be dexterity plus athletics. So you're going to get more dice for that. And the difficulty the difficulty is going to be we'll say 7 instead.
Okay. That works. So I would wait, I'm rolling Arate. Hold on. No DP mod. Difficulty 7. Oh, wait, hold on. I have to make a die pool, right?
You could, yeah.
Because I just rolled Arate.
Oh, okay, yeah, forget that one. Yeah, make a dice pool for dexterity and athletics.
And athletics.
Which would be, that would be a total of 4 dice instead of 3.
Yeah. That's better. 2.
2 successes. Okay. So, as before, you jump as you hear the gun explode, and you hit the deck. You actually go to the ground, and you manage to avoid being shot.
And that's 3.
Oh yeah.
Gee whiz. I can't believe that worked.
Well, I mean, there was a if you're gonna completely like stop doing what you were planning on doing, it makes sense to have a little extra ability to avoid being shot. And you did roll a 1, so one, yeah, and the difficulty was 7, so you were right on the edge.
Oof. Do I see any rocks down there by chance? Because now I'm pissed. Like,
Now you just want to throw rocks.
right?
No rocks.
Crap.
I'm sorry.
Oof.
But
Yeah, he's gotta go. Gee whiz.
After that, he is taking his turn. He's still in the weeds. You have consumed your actions. So, hey, Charlie, you're fighting Bobby.
All right, let's punch him.
You have the slight advantage here. So you get the option to attack first.
Outstanding.
So yeah, Bobby, yeah. So I would say in your case here, what are you trying to do? What type of maneuver are you going for?
I'm gonna punch him in the face.
He's gonna punch him? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so punch is a dexterity plus brawl, difficulty 6.
Charlie keeping it simple.
Yeah. Difficulty 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
3 successes. He is going to try to dodge. Dodge. No dice for modification. He only gets 1 success, so you still manage to clock him good. So now we're going to determine the damage. You are just punching him with a straight fist, right? So
Yep.
it's going to be bashing damage. The attack type is a punch, so and you got 3 successes? 2 successes because that's taken away. So
Yep.
that is going to be a dice pool. So when you roll damage, it's going to ask you how many dice to add. It's going to be your strength plus 1.
Okay, so 3.
Yep.
Let me get over to my
Bobby.
dice. It's gonna be 3.
One success. Bobby's going to try and... No successes on the soak, so he takes 1 point of bashing damage, as he is now considered bruised. You gave him a black eye.
Nice.
Nice. Getting it done.
And he spent his actions trying to avoid that. So, okay. Round 3. We've got another gun discharge. Jezebel prone on the ground. Inea moving closer and grabbing the attention of anyone she can. And Charlie in a fist fight with Bobby. What is your next what's your next plan for this round? What are you planning to do now?
I think I should probably kick him.
You're gonna kick him. Okay. Are you doing are you using any violence as a focus? Are you trying to like, punch him and then like use that energy for magic or anything like that? Or are you just straight up fighting him?
Oh, he's got me angry, so I'm just straight up fighting him at this point.
Okay. No, that's fine.
Okay, so Nay,
Yes.
I think, is aiming to come up behind Mr. Compensator.
You're gonna go towards the older gentleman with the gun?
Mr. Something to prove. Yes.
Okay. No. So what are you going to do to the big man with the big gun?
She's going to try and ideally rip the bird shadow off of him.
Okay.
Failing that, do it enough damage to make it flee.
Okay, so you're going to try and damage the spirit that's riding him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Are you going to use a weapon, or are you going to conjure something to do that? What is the instrument of your attack?
Okay, so this is where I'm not entirely sure. So I have 3 spirit and also life, 2 life.
Right.
In the spheres. So I am looking to kind of combine those 2 in some way. Because my only combat ability is a couple of points in martial arts. So it would be a question of going hand to hand, but utilizing those 2 spheres of influence to try to affect the spirit that's riding him, because I'm trying to affect the spirit.
Okay.
But if I need some form of
So are you going to go to punch, kick, judo, chop? What are we trying to do?
Hey, if I can also knock him out, that wouldn't be a bad thing. So maybe let's go for that and see if I can't get him in the back of the neck here.
Okay. All right. So you're going to maneuver and attack from behind.
Yes.
And Morrow has already granted you her power, so you should be able to affect the spirit, since she's already kind of done that for you. So, okay. Jezzy.
Now that I'm on the ground, I think I'm still in that guy's eye line, aren't I?
Yes, but it's more difficult to hit somebody that's prone on the ground. Not that it meant that much, but yeah. He would have difficulty hitting you. He'd probably just pick a different target at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna try my spell again, but I don't want to affect all of them this time. I just want to affect him and get him the hell out of this park because he's escalating things way too much for me.
Okay.
He's doing a lot. He's doing a lot.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
His presence does kind of make me wonder if he didn't escalate things a long way past where they belonged anyway.
Yeah, he absolutely did. He was like, have gun, must shoot, like, and that was the end of his thought process. Like, hello?
Mr. got something to prove.
Mm-hmm. Which is why he's got a damn desert eagle.
Yeah. See, like I said, I have a lot of things to say about that gun choice, and none of them are appropriate.
You know, it does go into the design of characters. You know, when you start putting that stuff together, you're like, what gun would this guy? Yeah, of course.
Is he Texan?
Because of course he would.
All right. All right, just trying to get my actions in order. Okay. Initiatives for everybody. Let's see who goes when now. I will...
Oh, good roll, Charlie.
Yeah.
Holy crap, bro.
Okay. Should have everybody there. Let's see.
Okay, I just thought you were wearing a sweatshirt of some kind when I first saw you, Bill. I love your hoodie.
Beautiful.
It's so cute.
I love the unicorn.
It's
so
actually a onesie.
Even
I want
better.
Oh
of
my
those
god, that's
so
even
bad.
better. That's even better.
I have to get one.
And it has wings.
Oh my god!
So
You
cute,
are
I
wearing a
can't.
pegacorn.
I can't. It's
What's-
adorable.
What's your cutie mark?
So I did bring an animal.
What's your
You
cutie
did!
mark? I too want to know your cutie mark.
It's a dab pen.
Yo, same though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, according to all this, Charlie, you get to kick somebody.
Yay!
Yay.
Kick his ass! Sorry.
All right, Charlie. So kicking, that is a general good hand-to-hand combat maneuver. That is going to be dexterity plus brawl, but the difficulty is 7. It's a little harder to pull that off.
Okay.
But you do get additional damage if you do land. There's a...
Seven. Yes.
Okay, so 1 success. Bobby is not going to try and dodge that. So he's going to take the damage. So the damage on that is going to be strength plus 1 in this case, since you landed.
Right. Damage. So 3.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 3 successes.
That's as good as that gets.
Yeah. Let's see. Bobby is going to try and soak that. When you kick and you actually get a good, you get a good feel on like the side of his torso, it seems less squishy than you were expecting.
Oh boy.
Oh, dude is armored. Chicken shit.
Well, you don't see any like clothing that would be armored. It just seems that his natural resilience, his skin is a little bit more resilient.
He may be armored the way that I'm armored.
Me, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's possible.
Indeed. Let's see.
Let's see if he can soak any of this.
That is the question. He's got that extra armor. And he actually soaks all 3.
Ooh.
You're just gonna have a slugfest over there.
Just
Holy
just
crap.
punch for punch. This is in the big arena. This is but he did not try to dodge. So when it comes his turn, he's got all his actions available.
Mm.
And Nay. Actually, no, not Nay. Jezebel. What is your willpower?
I think I have 5 left.
Well, your permanent willpower, the dots.
Oh, 6.
6. Okay. 6. So 1 die. All right. Let me read that again. Okay. Ooh. Let me open a whole different book for that. Oh my god.
This is when you start to worry when the GM
Right,
is
right.
opening extra books and you're like, wait, why am I rolling? What's happening?
I have so many questions.
I have to. Oh no. Yeah, it crashed that program. No problem. Hmm. Okay. You hear the woman who was yelling earlier. She begins to screech yet again, and you feel these. That's my cat who really wants my attention.
Me too.
Everybody could hear you, buddy. Okay. You feel almost like the world is conspiring against you. That this entire day has been nothing but mages working to get you to do what they want, and you don't have any say in it, and their intentions for you don't have your interests in mind, and you are starting to feel that encroaching paranoia And game-wise, because of this paranoia, and this is not a mental effect. This is an emotional thing. This is social. You are going to have a +1 to all difficulty to your difficulties on all social rolls because you have now been infused with nearly crippling paranoia.
I completely forgot about that, bro. God damn. Ooh, child.
Yeah. Now, how long
It's
this
the
affects-
other guy that I'm worried about.
Oh my god, yeah.
The claws?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
how
don't know. I'd
long-
like the firearm out of play before we really have to start playing with these other people.
Right?
Yeah, you know.
Right. Well, as a player, I'm thinking the guy with the claws is going to be the biggest problem.
Yeah.
As a character, I'm busy dealing with this person in front of me.
Right. The dude that's right up in your face. Yeah. That. Yeah.
Special advantages. That's what I was looking for. Here we go. Now, fortunately, so the scream, you are now very paranoid about like why you're even here, and are the people that you came with, are they in on it? Like you are suspicious and like I said, you're gonna have that difficulty to any social role that comes your way.
I mean, she did end up here because of listening to somebody that she didn't trust in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Fortunately, they didn't get any more successes. That is good for you. God damn cat. Okay.
I'm sort of
Okay.
surprised mine hasn't been over here to pester me yet.
So far,
When I
she's
heard the
been
screeching, I
kid
just figured it was that woman screeching.
Yeah. Indeed. Okay. We're going to start with Bobby. Bobby is going to try to he is he actually looks around and he's going to try and run towards his friend in the weeds to try to help him get out, the guy with the gun. So he runs over and he's actually just trying to pull away at the and he's like, "Come on, Ted, we need to get out of here. We can't just stick around. These guys, they're serious business." And he
You scared him, Charlie.
Nice.
Well, there's fear and there's anger and there's only so much that you can do if you're just getting into a fist fight. But he's going to try and dig Ted out so that they can run. I'm going to have him roll that. It's going to be called dig.
They are Bobby, Tom, and Ted.
John.
Who's Tom?
John.
Oh, John?
Yeah.
John.
I must have misheard that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No worries.
I'm surprised you heard it. I only had Bobby and Ted.
Well, I don't think we've gotten the woman's name yet.
Mm-mm.
Nope. But all right, so Bobby successfully digs through the plants. He does cut himself for 1 point of bashing damage on the vines. So he is now hurt. That brings up John. The guy with the claws. He, seeing an opportunity, goes to attack Jezebel. Now let me consult the combat chart. See what happens when you're on the ground. He's not. It's a minor thing. Okay, so you can move, but okay, so their difficulty is reduced. Okay. So he's going to try and attack you with his massive claws. That's the first thing he does. John. Claws.
Okay.
Because you are on the ground, it is easier for him to attack. So his difficulty is reduced. And his claw attack is 7 successes.
Ooh, shit.
Yes. That is a
large
large
that's why I
amount
was
of
worried
successes.
about him.
Large amount of successes here. What would you like to do? You can, of course, attempt to soak it. But I will warn you that you do not have any protection that will protect you from lethal damage.
No. I can't soak this. This is claws and 7 success. I can't. No. I sell strawberries. Okay.
You can attempt to block it, or dodge it. Both are options.
I'm definitely going to attempt to dodge.
Okay.
What is the difficulty of dodging?
In this case, it would be actually.
Like just trying to roll away.
Yeah. It's just gonna. Yeah, since you can move. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be 6.
Okay. Can I also try to cast my spell at the same time? Or will I have to have been building that?
So this would still fall under the idea of
splitting the dice pool?
Splitting your dice pool. So you would have 3 that you would decide how you want to split that.
Yeah, that's fine. Because this is if I dodge the bullet, so I'm kind of trying to take as many people out of this equation as possible because they are very, very dangerous.
It seems so. So are you going to try to dodge, or are you going to try to cast, or do both?
Do you think, okay, just hear me out. Do you think I could cast it before I dodge and try and catch him off guard with that?
In this order of actions, unfortunately not.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna dodge first and then cast it.
Okay, so...
And I'm gonna try and widen my net. As many of them as I can get out, that's what I'm going for.
Okay, so...
And I know it's gonna be hard, but...
Yeah, so... How many dice are you going to apply towards your dodge out of the 3?
I think I'm gonna have to add 2 to that and then just use 1 for the spell.
Okay. That's fine. Would you like to spend any willpower on either of these?
What is the difficulty of the spell?
The difficulty of the spell?
Mm-hmm.
The base difficulty of the spell you're trying to cast is 6.
Oh, it's 6. Okay.
So it's the same roll, essentially.
I can use quintessence and willpower, can't I?
When you're casting the spell. Willpower. I'm just looking at the limitations here on willpower.
Everybody was holding really still for a minute there. And I thought it was up.
Okay, yeah. So you can only spend 1 willpower per turn to get automatic success. So you can choose which one of the 2 rolls you want to spend your willpower on.
Okay.
If you
I know what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use the 2 dice for my dodging,
Okay.
but I'm gonna use the willpower for my spell roll.
Okay.
So maybe I can get more.
Understood. Okay. And you will try to build up to those 3 successes that are necessary for the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So go ahead and roll 2 dice with a difficulty of 6.
Is that a dice pool again?
You could make a dice pool, or you can use the standard dice pool roll button that's on the page underneath where it says Storyteller. And you can, or do you have that, or is it just me?
You don't have Storyteller, or we don't have Storyteller. So upper left corner of the actual tabletop where the dice roll. There's a button there. That is a die 20.
Oh.
Well, there's a macro that I thought I added here, but I guess not.
I do.
I don't see the macro on mine, but I do see what Cindy's talking about.
Yeah, so let's
just hover over that.
Don't do that. I'd say. Strange that you don't have the macro. How weird. I would say what you can do is you can roll your normal dodge, which would be Dex and Athletics, but then just subtract 2 from the dice pool for this roll.
Okay. The dice pool. The DP is the dice.
Yeah.
Subtracting the dice is the DP mod, right?
Yeah. So you could say.
Okay, so it'll be -2.
Yep.
And then the difficulty is 6.
Yes. Okay.
It's just 1.
So you've reduced their 7 successes down to 6. Let's see if they can actually do any damage.
Okay.
They may not even harm you. You may actually walk away from this relatively unscathed. John. And this is a claw attack. Okay. All right, you take 5 successes. So, in a show of brutal, uncaring, and angry fashion, he walks up to you and just slashes down and rips into your torso, and you feel his claws dig in and rip your flesh, and blood flies into the air. You are taking 5 points of of lethal damage. So I'll do that. So these X's are
Okay.
damage that you take.
That's what I thought. I was like, I've got to be crippled at this point.
You are at the mauled.
Okay.
Mauled. Yeah. Ooh.
Good job. A mess. He needs to go.
Mm-hmm. And he looks down at you as you are covered in blood, his hands soaked in it. He just looks down at you and is like, "Sing me a little song now." That now brings us up to Nay.
Okay, am I any closer to him than I am to Mr. Desert Eagle?
You're pretty equidistant to all of them. You were watching for that.
Okay.
Keeping your distance from all of them. So you can change course of what you were planning to do if you want.
I would like to. Is it possible for me to instead do it to Mr. Claus?
Yes, I would have you spend a willpower to basically force the change of your action. But yeah, it would cost a willpower point to do that.
Let's do it.
Okay, so spend your
Whoops.
willpower, and you can now make your maneuver towards John.
Okay.
He's reveling in his attack, so you have no difficulty getting behind him. What
Okay.
sort of attack are you going to do on him?
I would still like to try to knock him out.
Just good hard.
Yeah, just a hard smack, like
Okay.
back of the head, neck.
That's a martial art maneuver here, so let's
Yes.
see. You're not trained in the magical art of Do,
No.
but you do have this would kind of be like a nerve strike. Is that what
Yeah.
you're-
Yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of what I'm looking for.
Okay. So let's do, yeah. So that's gonna be your dexterity plus martial arts. Plus, so your dice pool is gonna be dexterity plus martial arts, +1 to the dice pool because Morrow is assisting, and the difficulty is 7. In this particular circumstance, because he is not necessarily paying attention to you, I'd say the difficulty goes down to 6.
Okay. Do I need to put +1 in there or just 1?
Just 1.
Okay.
Yeah. It would work either way.
Four successes.
4 successes. Since he has committed to the actions that he was taking, those 4 successes do hit. Roll your damage, which is going to be strength, your character's strength plus. What is it? +6. So when you hit damage, it's going to ask you how many to roll. So yeah. That would be.
So I got number of dice.
Yeah. So in your case, you're going to say 8.
Okay. 8. Came up with 4.
4 successes. Okay. He is going to have an opportunity to soak. Let's see if he can. Doesn't have any special abilities there. Okay, so he gets 2 successes, but you are striking at both the physical and the spiritual. So he takes the 2 points of bludgeoning damage or bashing damage physically, but the spirit, you can see kind of the wispy black feathers that are kind of floating around, and you can see that and now that you're closer, not only does has he manifested these claws, he also seems to have like rounded circular horns coming from his head, and it almost appears like when the like an owl with horns at this point, and you can reach in and you feel Morrow assist with this, and you can feel her biting at that spirit, and he screams in pain as the shadows around him quake and quiver, and he drops down to his knee as the spirit is rendered. He's in pain.
Okay.
A lot of pain.
I'll take it.
So that takes care of.
As long as he's not dealing any additional pain himself, then I'll take it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It seriously pissed Nay off because she wouldn't have not. She would have noticed that was going on over there as she was trying to get around behind
Oh yeah,
Mr. Desert Eagle. So
fantastic there. Okay, Jezebel, you are not doing so well.
Yeah.
You are in a very bad position. Fortunately, Inea has come to your rescue a bit. That said, you can attempt to cast an effect. You can spend your willpower and you'll get the 1 success. But because you are mauled, you're going to have a -2 to your dice pool of 1 already. So you may. So at this point, what I tend to do is, since you're only doing the 1 and you're down that below, this is kind of a Hail Mary sort of scenario. So you are trying to use your mind. What's the trying to cause them to cause certain thoughts? So that usually would require like eye contact. So who are you? You at this point, the only person you'd really be able to cast this on is the guy who just attacked you. But that might not be a bad idea. So.
I mean, he's down. I mean, the least he can do is leave.
Yeah. So yeah, you can start trying to build your successes towards this, um, as you stare at him intently in the eyes.
Hmm.
The willpower will give you the one success, and then roll your one arate. Um, because this would be like a normal difficulty is 6, but you're
Hmm.
mauled and you're down to your last chance. I'm gonna raise the difficulty on this to 8.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay. So because I only have one dice left, would I have to create a dice pool to roll Arate, or would I just roll it outright?
It'll ask you for a DP mod, and in this case, just say -2.
Okay. Mm. None.
What was the? Okay. So you do have the one success. So that is something to hold on to if you want to keep that magic energy flowing through you.
Mhm.
And you can continue to cast and hopefully no botches or anything like that. So in this case,
Mhm.
you're doing good.
Okay.
You did spend that one willpower, so
Oh yeah. I need to mark it.
no worries. Now there's Ted. Ted has the gun. There is, yeah, no, the most logical target at this point for him, as he is now free from the roots, is he's going to try and take a shot at Charlie and then continue his escape. As he's doing this, he is shouting at his compatriots, escape, saying, "Come on, we're not supposed to be here this long. We need to get out of here." Mr. Desert Eagle has 4 successes.
Oh no.
And Charlie, you've already fought, so there's no real dodging at this point. But let's see if he actually hits you.
Botch, 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 botch.
Yeah, maybe. Let me bet. Desert. Oh, send his character sheet. Why am I? His gear. One success. Now, Charlie, you
Yeah.
can soak lethal damage because of your spell, and you also
Yep.
have an additional die to that as well. So for you, when it asks how many dice for your soak, you should add 1 to that. So normally 4, it'll be 5.
That one. 1 success.
Wow. That I just
All of
kinda-
those dice and only 1 success.
But it's enough. It's enough.
Yes,
So-
just
Mr. Desert Eagle, on his 4th shot, fires at you, and you take it to the shoulder, and you see the bullet hit, and then just kind of get stuck in your skin a bit, and you pull it out, and it's flattened against your shoulder. And then at this point, Ted's eyes widen. He's like, holy shit, they're bulletproof.
No, just that one. But you don't know that.
And he actually, the fear of, retaliation and this type of, who are these folks? He starts running out towards the skate park. He is then followed by Bobby, who has been trying to get out as well. The woman is still there, and so is John, who is on the ground. What do you guys want to do this time around? You've got 2 running away and 2 that are still here.
I would say the thing to do would be to try to chase off the 2 that are still here. So yeah, I'm gonna I want to shout at them, get the hell out of here and charge.
Okay, so you're going to charge.
Specifically at the woman because the other guy's down.
Great. Okay. Nay, what are you doing?
Oof.
You've hit a nerve with the with John, literally.
Yeah.
And also done some considerable spirit damage to the owl shard that seems to be possessing him.
Okay. But it is not attempting to flee yet.
Not as far as you can tell.
Okay, so I guess I got to keep working on this thing because
Mhm.
if it keeps him from continuing to attempt to harm Jesse or me, because
Mhm.
I now have his attention,
Right.
then that's probably the thing to do, at least until he passes out or whatever it is that he's going to do.
Okay.
So I am going to continue doing what I'm doing with him right now in an effort to get the owl either to disappear or flee, one or the other.
So you're pressing the attack.
I am pressing the attack.
Got it. Jezebel.
Is it possible for me to switch my focus to the woman with the knife? Or would I have to move? Is that possible for me to do?
It would be difficult. And you'd have to make eye contact with her. If you're going
I
to...
don't think I can get her attention at this point. I think I'm going to just keep working on the guy to try to get him to leave.
Okay.
Because that's the best position for me right now. If I move, I'm going to bleed out or something.
There's a scary possibility. Okay. Just trying to think what they can do. Okay. Let's go ahead and roll these initiatives. All right, so and Charlie got a 13, and Jezebel, you got a 7. All right, Charlie, the wild woman with the knife that's been screaming all night into people's ears turns and charges you with the knife. She is going to attempt to make a knife attack.
He just got shot with a desert eagle and it didn't penetrate.
Didn't say she was smart.
And now we're like running at each other.
Yes. Yes. Now you're charging each other. This is going to hurt somebody pretty badly, and my money's on her. She's going to get hurt.
Yes.
It's what she deserves.
Oh, no kidding.
All right, so she's going to make the requisite dexterity plus melee. So. Attribute. Ability. Knife. She's got a knife.
That's not a knife.
Yeah. I imagine she's got like a little switchblade. She's like licking it like, I got a knife.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I can't hear I've got a knife without, or they've got a knife or anything like, without hearing Crocodile Dundee being like, yeah, that's not a knife.
All right.
Oh, aren't you cute?
So this meth head is coming at you with a knife. And she got 2 successes. Now, we know you got lethal soak up the butt. So that's up to you what you want to do.
I'm going to keep charging. I'm not going to dodge.
Okay.
My idea is to give her a big push.
Okay. So she is going to see what her damage is with the knife. 4. Okay, yeah. So strength plus 2. So 1 success. So go ahead and roll your soak. See if you get any successes there. Since you can soak lethal.
Okay. Oops. What did I do? Try that again. And EP mod.
Plus 1.
2.
Yeah, so the knife just bounces off your protected skin, and you're there charging her. So what was your charge attack? What was your charge attack to be?
I want to use my correspondence to push her away from me.
Oh, okay. So you're like moving in close, and then like you're
and giving her kind of a gust of wind, get the hell away from me.
Ah,
push.
Okay. So,
I guess not really wind, but force.
is this a situation where you're using the violence of the act as your focus in the spell, or is it that you're using the magic to enhance the violence?
Um, I'm using the violence as a focus for
Okay.
the spell.
Okay, so that's one action, 2 rolls. Go ahead. Trying to think. Are you actually literally like trying to punch and make that look like you're
A
doing something, or are you like
push.
using like are you like standing back and pushing her?
No, I'm charging at her and just using my forward momentum in my
Okay.
hands and trying to,
Got it. So this is the
because she's
okay.
coming at me and I'm trying to
So that makes that a
push
coincidental
her off.
effect. Standard difficulty on this is going to be 6. So let's get that Arate roll first.
One success.
One success. Okay, so one success on the Arate roll. Now, you were doing a push charge type attack. Let's just say that's going to be dexterity plus brawl, difficulty 6.
No.
Okay. All right. So with that roll, with those 2 rolls, you go to attack her, and you channel the Earth's energy through you, and it comes out your palms as you go to push her, and her knife comes at you and bounces off your skin, and you manage to push her back a bit. She does kind of like is dragged or pushed forcefully like a foot away from you, but it doesn't do any damage. Just kind of pushes her out of your way. Okay. Inea, you're up.
Okay, well, I'm still ripping at this owl.
Okay.
Um,
He is on the ground now, so your difficulty will be reduced.
okay.
So you're still trying to do the same nerve strike, or is something different?
Since he's on the ground now, I'm going for a temple strike.
Okay. So
I want to put him out so that he is no longer a threat to anybody.
yeah. Okay. Dex plus martial arts, difficulty 5. And this would be
And do I have a +1 to this one?
Uh,
Or is that only on the spirit?
No, you have an additional. This is kind of a combined thing. So yeah, you have
Oh,
an
okay.
additional die to your dice pool.
Okay.
That is right. Thanks for reminding me.
And you said difficulty was 5 then,
Yes,
because he's on the ground. Okay.
that's correct.
One success.
One success. Great. He's not in a good position to So yeah, so you do hit. Your damage is going to be, let's see, this was a, uh, just your strength. So yeah, so your strength +1 because of Mara.
Okay.
That will be your dice pool.
And I have 1 success.
One success. He does not have the ability to soak that because that was lethal damage. So he takes an additional level of damage. He screams out in even in pain as the shadowy aura that you see around him screeches, and you can feel the anger and pain as it leaves his body and flies towards Ted, and it seems to fly into him.
Oh, crap.
And Ted seems a little caught off guard, but he keeps running. And John, the man in front of you, falls unconscious.
Okay, so that's good.
That now leaves Jezebel. Your turn.
Well,
You have evaluated this entire scenario, and you are lying on the ground, bleeding, thinking about magic and thinking about like how you got here and how the strawberries are also red, and your blood is starting to look, you know, as red as those strawberries. And who is this Inea person? Who's Charlie? How did they get here? Why are you here with them? Are they in on this? Are you going to die because of them? And what's up with that Malcolm guy? This is all Brad's fault. You can't stop yourself from thinking these terrible things.
is it possible for me to like back out of this? Like back away from them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cause I don't know, like they don't seem to be getting hurt. I'm the one who got skewered by some freak with fucking talons.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think I need to find the however we got down here or find a way out. Like I need to find a way out.
Okay.
This is a lot. I want to go home.
Okay. You start pulling yourself up and you start crawling towards the restroom the door that you stepped through. As you do that, the woman who was just pushed back by Charlie looks around and she's like, "John!" And she runs towards John to assist him. And it's at this time that a large masculine figure with a solid Batman-esque jaw comes running from the direction of the two people you saw being chased away.
Mm-hmm.
And he's wearing shorts and combat boots, and he's got one of those hard to place ethnicities. You can't tell if he's black or if he's Latino or if he's Arab. It's in that weird space. And he looks up and he sees this man on the ground, blood everywhere, you crawling towards the bathroom, and Charlie and Inea standing there, both on the ready to move towards this attacker, and everyone has forgotten about Ted and Bobby. And he, running punch, rams his fist into Melissa's face. That was her name. And just brings her to the ground. And you hear the screech in the air of a owl and feathers floating by. And those of you with the ability to see spirit, the owl form flies from Melissa's body off into the distance towards where Ted and Bobby have escaped. And the large man stops, shakes his fist. He's like, "What the hell happened, Inea?" And this is Khan, who is a gentleman who you know as a friend who has been a part of the Bridge Trolls since their inception.
I remember. Okay, so Khan finally got to us.
Finally. Well, that combat, probably the entire amount of time was just a few, maybe a minute.
Well, yeah, but it always seems like so much longer.
It was the longest fucking minute of my life. Oh my
Well, yes. Khan comes to your rescue, and as there are two meth heads, as far as he can tell, unconscious on the ground, it's like, "Are you okay?" Oh my God.
Another day in Woodland Park. Okay. So there were 4 of them. These 2 and 2 other men. One of them was armed with a... Who carries a desert eagle around? It was a desert eagle. Who carries this? And
assholes.
Okay, you got me there. That's for damn sure. I really need to help Jezzy.
Yes.
This dude was one of the problems. Can you, I don't care, tie him up or something until we can get some cops out here? They were shooting at us, and they were chasing the 2 people who came, I guess, to get you. And we heard the shot, and we came over to try to help. Yes. And this is what happened. Jezzy, stop. Jezzy, are you okay?
The fuck away from me. Oh my God. Are y'all okay? What the hell?
Khan comes up to you,
It looks like
Jezebel.
You're pretty badly hurt.
Khan,
can I help with that?
If you can, brother, sure.
I can certainly try.
Comes up to you, and he places his hand over your stomach, and you see him kind of make a small prayer, and you can feel the warmth flow through his hand into your... he is going to try to heal you, at least with as best as he can.
Oh, thank God.
And Charlie, you can do the same.
That's exactly what I was going to do.
That's where Inea was going to, with the little life magic she's got going.
Well, you don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
My little rub some dirt on it, though.
Inea, you have enough life magic to be able to heal yourself, but healing another, you would not be able to.
Right. Usually, she puts it into. She puts the healing magic into the meals and drinks and stuff.
And
so.
They have like some effects on the body, but they wouldn't be able to do what.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I'm gonna have. Let me pull up my magic chart here. We're no longer in combat, so it changes things.
Thank God, that was fucking scary.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. It's okay. We're good. We're good.
All right.
Thank God I put that protection spell on myself early on.
Seriously.
That's amazing. I got punched, I got stabbed, I got shot, and took no damage.
All right. So healing another person is going to require 3 successes. And unfortunately, you can build successes over turns. But Khan's base successes here, he's going to roll. And this is clearly vulgar magic. This is not. He's not even attempting to do anything special with tools or whatever. So for him, he is going to collect a point of paradox. And let it go as a pay. Oh, difficulty on this is going to be, 7. And Jezebel, you are able to heal 3 levels of lethal damage. So he's able to check off. Yeah, those asterisks you could turn back to nothings. Sorry.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, asterisk is aggravated damage, which is even worse.
Oh no. Oh no, don't want that. Okay. Thank you so much, Con. That was very nice of you.
I love Khan.
He comes in and he stands back up. He's like, I should not be this winded. Man, when did I get so lazy?
Khan, they were possessed.
Yeah, I heard.
I managed to tear one of them out of this guy here, but there's it went and like joined with one of the others inside one of the 2 that got away.
Yeah, we've been having difficulty with that lately. Essentially, some of these guys are so jacked up and they are capable of so much. I don't know if they're demon possessed or anything like that. I don't know enough about this, but it feels like they're all part of the same creature. Not sure what that means.
Children of the Big Owl.
Yeah, Inea, you kind of heard Morrow speak of that, and you should make a no history. Okay, I guess this would be roll intelligence and
Oops.
yes, occult. No, yeah, occult. Intelligence and occult.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, DP mod?
There wouldn't be one.
Okay, not even for Morrow?
No, this is your own like memory that you're.
Okay. And difficulty?
Base difficulty 6.
Okay. 1 success.
1 success. You recall in your years of research into the myths of various indigenous peoples, the story of the Big Owl or the Big Owl Man, from Apache lore. And that in the time before when man was hunted by spirits and beasts, before the coming of defeater of enemies, Owl was a force that took children away and fed on the fears of people. And you're not quite sure of the details, but when the feeder of enemies came to and started fighting back against the spirits and the entities that fed upon humanity, Big Owl was one of the last and was dispersed into millions of different owls. And that's the extent that you kind of recall.
What is a big owl doing up here in the Pacific Northwest? And what's there to gain from him doing this? He's not stealing children now. He's hunting the He's hunting the vulnerable of society.
I don't know. It's everyone that we've come across that's been possessed has very deep-seated fears and hatred towards, well, us.
Well, the fear is something that Big Owl Man fed on. He would encourage it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's beyond my knowledge. But
I'll see if I can do some more research and get some more information, because it sounds like it's worth pursuing.
mm-hmm.
I got a bunch of footage of that mess. I don't know how good it is. It's still raw.
Really?
Yeah.
Be on the 11 o'clock news?
I don't know about the 11 o'clock news, but I'll go over it, see what I got. I'll let you know if that gives me anything too.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to go check on the lower encampment to make sure that they're doing okay. Cinder's keeping an eye on you with Crow, so
Appreciate that. You want me to meet up with y'all later?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
We'll try to compare notes. And as he says that, first off, Charlie,
Yeah.
did you want to do any additional healing to help Jesse?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Okay, how are you doing? What is your method for this miraculous healing?
I've got some.
And Jesse, sorry,
I've got
and
some
answer that
herbs in my
first.
pouch. I'm gonna pull out and put them on the wound and you say a little incantation.
Okay. So you're clearly working magic. Go ahead and roll your arete. The difficulty is 7, and you're gonna need at least 3 successes for each level of, or one, yeah, 3 successes for the first level.
Now there's one.
Okay. So we'll give you the 1 paradox for that. If you want to keep going, you can, but each roll will gain you a paradox.
No, I probably better not. I'm already getting pretty deep.
Okay. You're only at 3. That's manageable.
Yes, but any more becomes less so incrementally.
Okay. Jezzy.
Okay.
Charlie has tried to heal you, but he has failed.
I'm sorry. I'm trying, but I've already expended a lot of
Okay.
energy fighting them
I
off.
appreciate the effort.
Do you have anybody back home who can help you out? Or would you rather I get you to a doc?
I think the doctors back home can help.
Okay. Where can I take you that you'll be safe?
I guess, where's my island?
Vashon
back to the
Island
cult of ecstasy.
is to the west of Seattle. Usually you can get there by ferry, or there is some bridges that you can take the long way around.
The ferry is fastest.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys were headed home tonight then?
And as you say that, you hear in your bag, Inea! Inea! Quick!
What the?
Inea! It's your cell phone. Inea! Hey!
God.
Hey, Inea!
Okay, I'm digging the damn
Hey.
thing out. Hello?
Hey.
What?
And it's not a number you recognize.
Okay. So I answer it. Who's this?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Is this Inea?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry to call you like this, but you have to hurry. I'm at the Lakashim.
Is that
I don't know
Sunny?
what's going on.
Well, okay. Whoa,
It's
whoa,
Brad.
whoa.
Brad, he's been hurt.
Okay, slow way down. Okay, so you're at the Lakashim?
Yeah, there's this guy. He's oh no. Help! Please! No!
Oh no!
Okay, I've forgotten her name. What was her name?
Sunny!
Sunny.
It's Sunny!
Sunny, wait. Where Sunny, are you there?
Oh my
Okay,
God,
we gotta go help Sunny.
No.
And that's where we're gonna leave tonight.
Oh,
Okay.
come on!
Oh my
Oh
God. Oh man.
Okay.
Okay.
Good luck.
Damn!
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Oh,
Like
you're
action
gonna
movie
kill
already.
me.
Bro, I knew it was her. I knew she was gonna call. I knew
Okay,
it was shit.
but Nate's just gotta say one more thing here real
Mhm.
quick.
Do it.
That was Sunny.
Yeah.
She was with Brad. Something bad has happened. It sounds like Brad is hurt. And I don't think Sunny was safe either. She said she was calling from the Lakashim.
That's the club. Oh no.
Oh no.
Wait. No, they couldn't have gotten there that quickly.
It
I have
is
no idea.
currently roughly around 8 o'clock.
No, I mean the two guys that we were fighting. I was like, they couldn't have gotten there that quickly. They would have had no reason to go
not,
to the locker ship.
and not if they were on foot. No.
No, not at all.
Okay, so now we can leave it there because that brings Charlie into this little conversation.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Okay, there
Holy
you go.
crap.
We got a lot of combat done tonight. Streamlining that's going to be a little fun. I'm going to figure out some ways to make that go a little better. But how y'all feel?
So, that was good.
Oh, that
man.
was super exciting.
Yeah, it was. It really was. I was like, I think we are in deep shit tonight because we were rolling for crap.
You got some cool things going. Like there were some cool magic effects that going.
Uh-huh.
The initiative, one of the things is like, you can get lucky and go first one round, but then, even if your initiative is good, I don't want you to constantly be the first person going every time. The way this combat works is if you did that, you'd have like such an advantage the entire time. So for this, it works best when there's initiative every round. That way, if you're at the bottom of the initiative, you have a chance to come back at the top because nobody's bonuses are that much greater than another's.
Yeah.
It's more realistic anyway.
Yeah, it makes sense that because something like that, there's a lot going on. Shit's changing constantly. People are making decisions at the same time and moving on them all at the same time. Yeah.
Right, and that's why I try to get what each player's intent is first, so that we know where you're going. And yeah, if you're lucky enough to get high enough initiative, you'll probably be able to do that. But as that round continues, the situation changes too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Few notes for myself, but anything that you guys wanted to, if anything became like a weird sticking point or anything that you wanted to accomplish that seemed weird?
Fucking gutted. Oh, I did have a question. Yeah. What is a vulgar spell?
Okay, so magic changes the world around you, and the world does not like to be changed in such ways. It fights back against you, and so mages are encouraged to cast what is called coincidental magic, effects that when you look at it, maybe it's not magic. It's like you singing doesn't invoke somebody thinking that you're doing any type of magic, whereas just placing your hand on somebody's shoulder and healing it without any bandaging or just a flash of light, that is vulgar magic. That is something that is obviously not possible. So when we're comparing things, it really kind of comes down to if a normal human being was observing you and there's no good explanation for the effect that you did, and would they consider that to be possible or not? If they consider it to be possible, then it's probably coincidental. If it's an impossible thing, then it would be a vulgar spell. And that changes reality in such a way that it invokes paradox and makes the spell casting more difficult. And there's 3 levels. There's coincidental, there's vulgar with no witnesses, and then there's vulgar with witnesses. So if somebody who isn't magical is watching you, if a sleeper sees something vulgar, it's even more difficult because they are enforcing the reality around you with their observation. Yeah. Magic's weird.
I just heard the term and I was like, okay, I have an idea that you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah. Vulgar doesn't just, it mostly just means that it's an older term in the mage society. They probably would come up with a different term, but it's so old that it still is used in that form.
That makes sense.
Yeah, vulgar magic is, again, very showy. and there are lots of things that
Whipping
you
out
can
your wand and making things grow.
making things grow. There are ways that you can try to mask your magic. Again, a lot of mind spells, because they're usually using eye contact or singing or different it's all happening in somebody's mind. There's no real witness there, so oftentimes a lot of mental effects will be considered coincidental. At the same time, you can also, if you're somebody who uses technology, you could be doing a magical effect, but because it's happening on your cell phone and you're like hacking into the light system, you're using magic to turn the lights off, but an observer would think that you're just a really clever like computer hacker.
Yeah, or if you're just poking your phone doing, so you might be doing something else completely unrelated to the lights flickering or whatever. It's if coincidental has to do with it, could a mundane onlooker explain it away logically to themselves, versus would a mundane onlooker view what you're doing and like start questioning its possibility, like what they're seeing, and that causes their mind to try to reinforce what they understand the universe, how they understand the universe to work, which then works directly against your spell, which makes it a vulgar spell.
There's also a lot of things you can do to help. Like there's the hyper narrative, or like consensual reality. There are things that I think I talked about this last time, but if you had a gun and you shot that gun at somebody, when somebody gets shot in the stomach or whatever, they don't fly back 10 feet like they do in the movies. They crumple. However, because we've seen movies where that happens, if you put an effect on the bullet and it causes the person to fly back 10 feet, you're using the hyper narrative to kind of do something, and people will kind of not really bat an eye at that because they're used to it. They think it can be possible. It's a reason why there's a lot of mages that work in the film industry or video games, whatever, because they are actually trying to change the consensus.
Mm-hmm.
That's clever.
It can be. Anyway, so you guys are currently in Woodland Park. You've got an emergency phone call to deal with. You got a still not too terribly injured, but still injured Jezebel. And, a lot of blood on the ground.
And on my clothes. It was such a cute outfit.
Yeah. It was.
This is what I get for listening to Aunt Mabel, bro.
Yeah.
The way I'm gonna
Aunt Mabel's been
storm into that library.
She knows what it feels like.
Good God.
Anyway, it has been fun. I'm glad you guys were here with me tonight. I'm sorry I did not get the first part of this recorded, but I will probably record myself doing a little bit of story time to cover up for that. Man, I'm such a doofus.
It happens though,
Yeah.
or you thought you got the button and it didn't actually register, and
Yeah, no, I'm not going to beat myself up.
I was recording a thing today and just shut off my computer, and I lost everything that I was recording because I couldn't save it.
That's sad.
Yeah.
So sad. I'm sorry.
It's cool. I re-recorded it. We're good.
There you go. Yeah, that works. Well, that was fun.
Yes, it was.
I'm glad you guys lived.
Me too. I was a little concerned about that.
I was looking a little iffy there for a second.
Well, Desert Eagle notwithstanding, nobody got shot except for Bill.
I dodged
and
a bullet.
It didn't even matter that Bill got shot, and Jesse dodged
the bullet twice.
Apparently, Nay doesn't look particularly threatening because nobody went after her. Like, what?
Well,
Justin, believe you did not want those problems.
I mean, she was at least that set her up to be able to deal with Mr. Claus.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he was the worst. The worst.
Oh yeah. They're all bad. They're all bad.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah.
None of them are good people.
Yeah. Nate is so pissed right now. So pissed. Oh my god.
When we did our break, I went downstairs. Cammy just finished a nap, and I was like, "You really should join in as Griffin, Griffin Claw. Like, just come in and save the day as a superhero. That would be amazing."
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking a little iffy there for a while.
That's what Khan's there for.
Whew. Yeah.
4 gunshots in the night in the park. Yeah, somebody's gonna come running.
Oh yeah. Especially when they're all on pins and needles because their buddies have been getting attacked.
Shots were from a whole entire desert eagle. Like,
Yeah.
you just have one of those in your life. Okay.
That is a hand cannon. It is very noisy.
Indeed.
Unnecessary.
Yeah,
Completely unnecessary.
Totally
You could
unnecessary.
definitely do the same amount of damage with a less flashy firearm.
Right.
Well,
A more easily maneuverable firearm that's easier to aim as well.
Yeah. If all you're looking for is to stop an aggressor, yeah, same amount of damage with a much smaller firearm. If you're looking to make giant holes in the backs of your victims, then okay, maybe you do need a Desert Eagle. I don't know why you'd need giant holes in the backs of your victims, but
it's the compensation for me.
Yeah, no, it absolutely has to be.
that would be it right there.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you guys get some sleep because I know you've been up all day.
Yep.
Have
All
a good
right.
night.
Well, had fun. Good night.
Absolutely. See you guys next week, episode 5.
Yes.
Shit's getting real.
Yay.
See y'all later.
All right, good night.
Night.